what you envisioned when you and AJ were working out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What's you know him pretty well. You know, why is he the right guy for this job tonight, or this role to get the game started?
I mean, for one, he's put together an unbelievable year. He's been very consistent, and not just on the mound. It's his pre-work, his readiness, his preparedness, everything about him this year has just been a little bit different, a little bit more focused. It seems like, not that he wasn't focused last year. It's just it's almost like he got humble a little bit, and he's just ready to kind of turn the page on last year and focus on this year. And he's put together an unbelievable year, and he's ready and focused, and I just feel like he's the right man for the job. He can go 1 innings, 2 innings. I mean, he's got the ability to go multiple innings also.
Go ahead. Go ahead again, Bo.
You've been a part of this, league championship series and obviously the World Series. How does the excitement, the adrenaline compare this year to your past experiences?
It's a little bit different in the sense of the fans. You're not at your own home ballpark. You don't have a crowd, 30 or 40,000 people cheering for you. It's a little bit different crowd being in a neutral site, but it's still, we all understand the magnitude of the situation of the games, who we're facing, things like that. So the adrenaline's been there. It's just a little bit different of not having all the media on the field for, before the game, during BP and things like that. And, having a stadium full of people that's screaming basically the whole game. That's the only really difference about it. The game's still the same. The game means just the same. And we all understand that, and very excited to be here. And it's just, when your name's called, that heart, that the pumping of your heart and the adrenaline that happens immediately it's one of the best feelings in the world.
Go ahead, Kelly.
Josh, I know we've gotten to talk kind of about during the pandemic, you guys being together. I get the sense you guys are close. Were you one of the guys maybe he told when he got the call from Snip that this was going to be his start tonight? And
no, he actually
told him at all, I guess.
We have a bullpen group text message, and he told us in that, and so it was kind of cool to hear that, kind of fun to hear that. But now we knew it was probably going to be one of us opening the game up. So it was just kind of wait and see. Nobody's too prideful down there. We all just want to do what we can to help win, to get to the next round. So it was exciting to hear, from a personal standpoint, exciting to hear AJ getting the ball to start the game off. But yeah, he's earned this spot. He's worked his tail off and put himself in a good position to move forward.
Is there any trick? I mean, you went from the bullpen to starting this year. For him, that mentality isn't like that, right? I mean, he just goes out there and does what he would do if it were in the 7th, 8th, or 9th, right? In this situation?
Yeah, more than likely. All the bullpens we threw this quarantine and off season, we throw them or we long toss and then go straight to the mound and throw. So I'm not sure what approach he's going to take. He was kind of asking me about it earlier, and I was just like, do what you feel is most comfortable for you. If that's going out to the bullpen and sitting there for 30, 45 minutes before the game starts and doing your whole routine then and getting on the mound and going, so be it. But if you want a long toss right before and then go straight to the mound, it's whatever feels comfortable to you. Today is all about you starting the day. So it's do what you feel is most comfortable for you, is most going to be beneficial to you in this team. And so it'll be interesting to see what he does, but either way, it's not going to affect him one way or the other when he gets out there. He's a very mindful person. He gets out there and he does his job, and he's going to be focused one way or the other.
Thank you.
No problem.
Go ahead, Dave.
Josh, what have you and guys like Darren and some of the other veterans, what have you thought watching Ian and now Bryce and Kyle before that and the other series, what they've been able to do with so little experience in these postseason games, or what they've been able to do?
I think it's unbelievable. You never truly know what you're going to feel like, how your body's going to react to games like this. And Those guys have, hit some bumps in the road this year. But the one thing that's constant is they keep coming back, working, trying to get better. They're never satisfied in having a good start or never get too down on themselves for having a bad one. It's tomorrow they show up and it's a new day. Leave that in the past and move forward and work to try to get better. And to watch those guys go from, being starters in the regular season, maybe, having to miss a start or two, going to the bullpen, coming back, and to see the resilience and just the adversity they had to overcome and have success here at the stage they're in now, it's pretty remarkable. You talk about experience, and no one ever has experience to actually have to go through it. So, and those guys ask a lot of questions all the time to guys like us. So, we try to give them the best piece of advice, best piece of information we can to try to help them out. And they listen, ask all the right questions, and they understand who they are as pitchers now. And I think that's the biggest part, is understanding who you are, what makes you good, and not trying to do anything more than that. If it wasn't good enough, you wouldn't be here. And they understand that now. And they're going out there and being more themselves, and they're a little bit more comfortable on the mound. So it just bodes well for the Atlanta Braves and our team moving forward, in my opinion.
What were you thinking last night as he was clicking off those scoreless innings, Bryce, and getting deeper in the game?
I thought it was amazing. He's always had the ability to do that. His stuff is unbelievable. And he's got kind of a football background. I know his brother plays football, he's a linebacker, plays defense, and he's got that mentality of just, that football mentality. He's a strong kid, headstrong, very confident. Once he got on that role, I kind of had a feeling that he was just going to kind of settle in, and he was throwing a lot of strikes, getting a lot of swings and misses. So, once we saw that in the first couple innings, it's like this guy's potential to roll right now, and he did. He got comfortable, he settled into the game, and never got complacent. He just kept attacking. He was always on the attack mode. That was what I thought was most impressive. He didn't shy away from anything. He attacked guys from the very get-go and stayed on the gas pedal the whole game.
Good, Gabe.
Hey, Josh, how would you kind of describe the so-called bubble environment you guys have been in, first Houston and now up here in Arlington? Has it been a challenge to pass the time, or does it go by pretty quickly? And what are kind of the pros and cons of it at this point?
Right now in the situation we're in, I don't think you can find too many cons. We're one of the last teams standing right now, so it's hard to try to find a negative in that. But the bubble is what it is. It's different for us for sure, but the MLB, the PA teams, the Braves, I mean, they've done an unbelievable job of giving us things to do to help pass the time, having lounges and stuff available, having masks ready in case you forget yours, because we're in a different time now. So you kind of forget some of the things that go into having a bubble, wearing a mask all the time, or even if it's just going down to get breakfast, you kind of forget to put it on sometime. But there's been several people around trying to help us in the right direction to show us where to go, and it's been, for the situation we're in, I feel like Major League Baseball, the PA, the Braves, the teams, they've made it as comfortable as they possibly can.
Have the families enjoyed not having to travel so much? I mean, you guys have been in one state for 8-9 days now. Does that make it easier on everybody, generally speaking?
Yeah, I think so. My family's not here. I haven't seen my family in 4 months now, so it's still a little bit tough. But I know that guys that have their family here, it's being in this type of environment, to be able to have them quarantined and be with them is very special, and it's very beneficial for them. It's tough to be away from your family for this long. Having FaceTime and conversations on the phone is just not the same. But no, it's definitely been, all the kids stations around here, all the family environment and stuff, that things that they're able to do, the games and stuff. It keeps the kids busy, keeps the family busy, and I think it's been a pretty good experience overall for everybody.
Thanks.
All right, looks like we're going to have to wrap on that one. Thank you very much, Josh.
No problem.